So it is another day. I've got about 3 out of the 6 print heads taken care of. I'm working on one right there. Electrician came in yesterday. He's going to come in today as well. You guys can see we got the table pushed out, or even more cramped than before. He's got the bigger panel all hooked up. Has this plug all nice and secure. It wasn't before. Here's the new box. I believe you just upgraded it to, this is still a 100 amp box, capable of handling 125. Should be all we need. But he's ran his line all the way down, and now he's about to drop 3 of them over the press, and one in the corner where over here where the compressor will go. Okay, it's been a long couple days. Today is the second day that I've been just working non-stop all day long on these heads. This is head number 1. Y'all saw me do that one. That one's ready to go. This is head number 4. So that one's ready to go. So head number 2 and 3. So what's left is number 6 and 5. I'm gonna try and work on those this evening. The electrician's been here all day long for the second day in a row. And let me show you what he has done so far. He went to Home Depot to go get a couple things, and he'll be back in a moment to finish it up. So there's the panel box. Again, I believe I did a little video on that. The new line that he put is over here. Goes up like that, and up. And it runs across the ceiling. Then it comes over here. This will be for flash number 1 here. He's still working on wiring that up. That's going to drop down right in this area. That's where head number 1 is. We already have a plug hung for the 110 here, so looks very pro. So we got plenty of length for that. Here's the actual 110 plug in which the computer of the press will plug into. We also have, let me come around, here is the outlet for flash number 2, which will go on head 4. Plenty of length because the flash does have its own extension to it. So this will definitely be plenty of room. As you can see, this is how far back I am. Plugs right here. So that's awesome. And then he has the wire coming this way. Coming down. Then he's got another box that he's about to wrap up. This is where the compressor will go. So that's another 220 outlet there. And hopefully I can move that thing in place today. We'll see. Let's see, I've been going at it since it's 10:15, 10:16. I'm gonna give working on these heads a break because they are a lot of work, a lot of lifting. So I'm gonna do some light stuff at the moment. I'm going to do what I need to do to repair this panel. There's not a whole lot. I mean, there's a little light that goes in here. I still need to buy that light. However, what I'm going to do is fix this light here. And if I get around to it, I started working on these flashes a little bit. Before I do film these things, I kind of go through the procedure to begin with, and then I show you guys after the fact. So I might do one of these flashes and then show you how I go about repairing the flash based off of the second one. So I think I'll probably call it night. It's getting late. It's been a long day. Been going at it since 8. Probably wrap it up around 11, then just get back at it tomorrow. Here I am at Home Depot again, getting the pallet jack again, and assorted nuts and bolts. Whatever it takes to get things done. And so this is my life right now. We got orders to print. There's a print head, screens here. Still need to sort through these. The electricity is pretty much done for the most part. He's going to come back and hook up the compressor. I'll show you guys that. This table is out in the middle. We have another print head here. We're working on Firefighters District 20 order right now. And I got this table crammed up here, which has all my tools on it. Here's all my pallets here. Got another head here, another head here, another over here. One back that away that I'm working on. Still working on these flashes. Need to return this thing. Figure out what to do about this pallet. The press that we're currently using is stuffed in the corner. We can't even use it at the moment. I'm going to pull this thing back this way. Got this thing in its final resting place. Put the little blocks underneath the feet. So just a lot to do still. But we're going to make it happen though. We're going to make it happen. So I'm going to get back at it. One of the maintenance things that I am having to do is these arms are held in place by a bolt, and it pivots down at the bottom. That allows the arm to actually flex a little bit when it's going inside the registration ports here. There's 6 of these for each head. Here is the bolt that broke off. Going with the washer. I'm going to go ahead and install a new bolt. And in order to get this plate up, there were 4 of these bolts that held it on. And the top plate's pretty damn heavy, so keep that in mind. What I'm going to put in its place is this grade 8 bolt. As you can see, this thing did move a little bit when moving the press. Got this one nice and centered, so I'm going to go ahead and push this thing over. You see what I'm talking about actually moving. I'm going to center this as best I can without being able to table up. That's good to me. I finally had a chance to go through all these screens. These are the ones that I am going to keep. These are good. There's a lot more 110s than I like to have, but they are good, so there's no point in me wasting money on those. And here are all the screens that I am going to have remeshed or exchanged for remeshed screens. There's 42 of them, and I need a lot more 230 meshes and 200s as well, because that's what I tend to like to print with. I went through my squeegees. The blades on these feel pretty sharp. On a couple of them, you can tell it's been used a little bit, so I'm going to flip the blade around and use the sharp side of it. These over here, I am going to replace the blades on them. I'll probably hold on to this blade just in case we need to do pocket prints with something that has a zipper. So we got ourselves a pallet full of remeshed screens. This is a total of 42 screens. We're good to go there. Now I just need to sell those manual screens, so that way we can make room for those bad boys back that way. So I need to get rid of all these. I'm going to put an ad up on Craigslist. Maybe some of you guys here in Houston will want to come and get these. There's about 50 of them, sorted meshes that we're going to get rid of. The cool thing about GSG's green screen program, where you trade in your frames, is they do color code the screens. So as you can see here, here's our 305s. What's up, Chris? These are orange. We have our 195s that are green. Got quite a bit of 230s, which are yellow. Here you can see the same thing, yellow. We're about to degrease and prepare these screens. These are 156 mesh, last but not least, but we have 195s. So that's pretty cool. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. This is my life right about now. I had to pretty much use a pry bar to pry bar and a hammer to remove each one of these slats because they were just too tight for the current 23 by 31 screens. I'm going to use a little liquid nails and some self-drilling screws, all construction screws, to adjust these things. I forget how many slats this is, but let's just say it's enough to hold 18 screens each side. I can't math right now. I'm exhausted. A lot of stuff to do. And we're putting laminate kind of faux wood flooring in the office tomorrow, and I have to move all the crap out of the office. Aside from that, there are 2 bolts that will need to go on this head. They're not lost. I know they're inside of these heads because Howard, the technician, recommended that we leave them in there, which made it a pain in the butt for me to turn those things vertical and shake them out. I got most of them out except for a couple, 2, 3, maybe 4. Anyhow, I'm gonna run to the hardware store, get what I need to button that up, and then aside from that, it's just a matter of getting some tie straps to secure some of these lines, make sure everything is out of the way. Some of these cables are hanging down. We're gonna secure that, and the next video, we'll fire up the press for the first time.